Alright, let's do this. I decided to take Commute to work today. It's been a while since I talked about Commute. When the first season of The Mandalorian came out, I wanted the Commute. I wanted the child doll, or Baby Yoda, or however anybody wants to call it. I wanted one. They didn't have one. So Christmas turned into my birthday, and I finally got one. And yeah, so it was still Baby Yoda, and I did not want to call the doll Baby Yoda. So I said that it was not going to be the Baby Yoda that you see on TV. This is my own child. And yeah, this is my own child, and I get to name the child whatever I want. I also, let's be honest, let's do the gender thing and make my Baby Yoda female, like Yaddle, whatever, the female Yoda. That's this, and I said, what should I name her? And I decided to go with kind of like a Yoda-esque name, because there was like the whole big speculation of whether the Mandalorian was going to name Baby Yoda or that. I'm gonna get some gas. Let's do it like this. Alright, be right back. Yeah, so I used my own name, which was Q, and gave it the like the Yoda-esque flair, which is where the ta came from. The Princess and the Frog was a Disney movie that was also out. Disney property, and I decided that since Grogu was eating frogs on the show, that Cuta's favorite princess was Tiara, from Princess and the Frog. Okay, alright. Okay. I do not know why I had to. Take the keys out. Let's go this way. This probably wasn't the smartest of moves. Yeah, so that's the whole, pretty much the whole story. So, I was going, well, I don't even know where it is now, but I had bought a harness, that could have fit, sort of, mostly, and I was going to connect battery packs in on her and have her holding my, this phone like she's playing a game. And I was going to film me at Disney World. Now they got 96-hour packs. They're having coffee. Oh, they do. But these last for about 4 or 5 hours. You get 2 hours. You get about 2 hours on the phone, and then 4 or 5 hours from this. I was thinking about using 2 phones. And switching off, because I believe some of the rides, there are rides that I don't think that I'm allowed to have somebody on my chest. There was talk about getting a GoPro. All this stuff didn't happen because my birthday got canceled. But I had Commute. Full year before my birthday, right during the middle of the freaking pandemic, or right when the pandemic started. And it is, and she's what started off. It's why I call Tiny Deadpool, because somebody gifted on Throne. I don't know if I'm allowed to use their name or not, but somebody gifted me on Throne the Deadpool doll, and they said it was 12 inches. And I hate to say it, there's no way that's a 12-inch doll. I would give it about 6 inches, and that's being gracious. Actually, no, it's probably about 6 inches. It's probably about half of what I thought it was going to be. So I had them on a box, and there's a whole big thing, that the evolution of them. But Commute is what started this whole thing off with. And I actually was tempted, because the Tiny Deadpool, because of Tiny Deadpool, that because of Tiny Deadpool, I was going to either switch them out or just go right back to doing Cuda. I think Cuda is the most popular. Of my things, and I meant to switch back in the middle of winter when the temperature got cold, but because I worry I can't leave Cuda in the car in the summer heat. Basically it. Yeah, that's basically it. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah. And that's why I switched back to Tiny Deadpool, and all summer last year I don't know. So Deadpool's been dominating my drives. I think I had Cuda here for a bit, but I don't know. I have to go back. But Cuda today. advertising these on Blue Sky. And I'm also trying to learn Japanese kanji. Mainly to determine, because I'm still getting a lot of Japanese followers, and I don't want to say, why are you following me, type of thing. Most of them are trying their best. I think they're using Americans on Blue Sky to gain a lot of followers. I mean, a lot of them have like 14,000 followers already. I'm like almost like jealous. Of the fact that some of them have 14,000 followers, and most of their followers tend to be Japanese. So I'm like, I think that they branched out to follow Americans. They're probably doing the same thing that I'm doing. The one bad thing with Blue Sky right now, because they're still getting kind of their feet wet. They don't have a translate like they have on Twitter, and they might be following me because I don't post very often. And one of the things that I'm having trouble with Blue Sky right now is that most of my my window, because it shows me what my followers are posting, is in Japanese, and there's a few still that are spam, and I don't know it's spam because kanji is horrendously horrible. I can't type in kanji. Well, here I am. I can't type. I don't know kanji, so why would I be able to type in kanji? But I don't have a kanji keyboard to do this. I don't know. I feel kind of like disrespectful and stuff like that. And I'm also watching Shogun, which makes it even funnier because they're speaking, Japanese almost entirely, and I am ready to this. I love the Shogun TV series right now. I think it's absolutely fascinating and wonderful. I think it's absolutely just an amazing thing. We're gonna sit and chat for a while. I am I am in a good space, good space with everything, and um, I'm going to do a test here on YouTube. I'm probably going to do a Shogun watch party, and you guys are all welcome um, to watch it with me. And because I have a lot of Japanese people, I believe I'm going to watch it. Um, uh, I'm going to definitely advertise it. Um, so we're going to do two beans and a Shogun, and so Figgy and I will probably end up watching it, talking through it, and being the beans that we are. She hasn't seen it yet, so and she was a little upset the fact that I was watching it, and it's it's not. I hope that it doesn't turn out like reincarnation, the Matrix reincarnation, or Matrix 4. I don't know how we wanted to put it. Where I actually was watching the movie because I'd never seen it before. Today is Wednesday, and I have Thursdays and Fridays off, and I'm going to try to do. I got a lot of work to get done. A lot of work to get done, and I'm going to try to make you guys a part of it entirely. I I was going to do a stream on Twitch when I hit 600, but it doesn't look like I'm going to hit 600. And the stream's just going to be advertising YouTube. And then I'm going, obviously, for June 20th, I'm going to do a stream that's going to be this. You're going to get this. And I'm going to be doing a 48-hour stream. And it is going to have me pretty much sleeping through most of it, or with me at work. And I'm going to put up the IO, it's off to work I go. Q being on it. And we're going to do it like that for 2 days. And it's not that video is going to be one of the few videos that I do not move over to YouTube. And it is pretty much going to be the modern. I wish I could go backwards, and I might even attempt to try to go backwards so that we could start with the most recent and work our way back. But we're going to do it like that. Um, we are going to hit 400 at some point. I have to clean it up, which is um, problematic. What I might do, and this is going to sound absolutely crazy, is I might start another communication skills um, video and um, just start it over from the get go, because it is a complete and total mess. And now that we have nearly 400, yeah, we have nearly 400 videos, um, and it's March right now, so April, May, June. That's the 3 months. So we should be hitting close to 500 um, videos, and however that however that pans out, I want it to be this. The whole thing with, when I was doing this with the broken muffler, and you guys couldn't even hear me, and I was literally talking over my muffler, and those are really hard to watch videos. Um, I don't even want to bring that up. Um, I If you guys want to watch those videos, they still exist. I mean, somebody told me that I can, go through the audio and pull out, and I'm like going, you know what? I already tried to do something like that, and my voice sounded like this, and I was barely talking, and you could barely hear the video when I tried to do the cleanup, because the roar of the muffler was so loud that I couldn't even hear what I was even saying. And most of the words that I said didn't even show up. So you didn't even get, it wasn't even as clear as me speaking softly here, like I'm doing now. It's yeah, I don't know how I'm going to pull it off. I don't know how I'm going to pull it off. It is what it is. Um, but yeah, I want to get those out of there, and start the video off in a good spot. I probably will start it at my interview. So I'll probably start it with the most popular morning commute video, and you guys can have, like, I think there's a couple 5-minute videos running around in there, and then you can see where I hit my stride. Um, um, and you can see where things start to really break down, as far as streaming goes. As far as live streaming goes, um, a few people that I look up to and cherish, they don't even really stream anymore. And as of the ones that are still streaming, if they have a stream, I would be really surprised when they stream. And most people have pretty much dropped out. And they laugh at me when I tell them that they're not the original people that I started this journey with. The up and coming VTubers and stuff like that, and streamers that I started this video with, and people streaming on YouTube and trying to make their way, Um, I don't know if people realize this, but in the past 3 years, there aren't any new there aren't any new streamers. It's like a void. Um, you know, everybody must have graduated. Fucking hate that term. But everybody's finally either quit and moved on to other things, and they're doing something else. Um, and After 6 months of streaming, pretty much, my group was still hanging in there, but I got a new crop of streamers and new people, and this. I switched to Twitch, um, or at least I was watching Twitch for the longest time until the end of the year. And if we're going with that class of people that I used to stream with or watch their streams, um, if they weren't already established, if they weren't already there, if they were just starting out, um, there there's as far as people still being active, there is probably about 20 to 30 people that I was in contact with, um, and that's like out of the 200 people in my community, and probably about 100 of the people in the community were not streamers. They were just basically supporters. But of the 100 people that were following me and I was following them, out of that group, there's probably about 20 that are still streamers, and out of when they stream or how often do they stream, um, I think one of them is the only one that has actually consistently streamed since then, and nobody's left. Everybody else, if they streamed last year, I would have been surprised because I missed it. And then on top of that, on top of that whole thing, I had the very next year when I quit Twitch and was going through a transition period, and people in the community, because they were still active at that time, all kind of like, don't go type of thing. With only one saying that I belong here. And that one that said I belong here is the reason why I started back up with Twitch, and I started doing the thing. I started making my goals. I said I have to hit 50 before I even start streaming. And I hit 50, and in a week's time, from hitting 50, I made affiliate, and that's the June 20th. On June 20th, I made like bing, bing, bing. That group of people that I'm with, I was with then, it had to be in the hundreds. There were so many people coming in. There were so many people doing this, and people were dropping off like flies. I watched so many streamers, especially the ones that were trying to make this a career. Um, uh, a lot. There was like a lot of mothers, who were doing this as kind of like their pastime when the kids were asleep. But even out of that group of people, now by so my second year just finished, and now I'm starting my third year. Um, that year, that was my year of the slime and stuff like that. That year, half of them were already gone by the time I had my anniversary, my YouTube anniversary, which was the last day of January. Um, when I started streaming before my birthday. That, by the time they got to that, easily half of them were already gone, and I had kind of figured out that a lot of the people left were the people that were going to last. Um, After that, 6 months later, when I was celebrating my first year as a Twitch streamer, the June 20th date, almost everybody was gone. And then by Christmas, um, it was really I was really dealing with. It's one of the reasons why I panicked um, almost immediately. Um, it is one of the reasons that I panicked almost immediately when doing the slimes, because I didn't realize I didn't have faith in the people because of how many people I was losing, that I went towards people who were already established, most of them for years, and I created all of those slimes. And afterwards, I realized I made a huge mistake in doing that. I should never have done that. That was a huge, giant, massive mistake to have done that. And but I got to my 1,000 by August, and like I said, started working on Documakras again. I did the Halloween challenge, 100 costumes in 31 days, right? 31 days in October. I did the costume challenge, 31 costumes in 31 days, and I did it. I nailed it, done it. I have all 31 costumes. Some of them came out absolutely fabulous. Some came out like eh, no, not so good. But eh, like some of them. I think the reason why they were not so good is because there were a few of them that I drew that like just absolutely they are bangers out the park. And then I was still designing and getting ready for this year, which was supposed to be Pirates. Um, and I'm glad I didn't do what I was originally planning, which was giving everybody a sneak peek. I did draw the Smee, but I drew the Smee very early. I drew the Smee when I drew the Smee before I started drawing slimes, and I drew the Smee because people were playing Sea of Thieves. I was hoping to buy the game and be able to play with people, and I was going to play as Smee. It didn't work. It didn't work. I never got the game. But during the slimes, I was actually designing already. What I was planning on doing for this. One Piece came out, and I was like going, you know what? Instead of doing the individuals as individuals, I will give a glimpse of how they're going to look as a pirate by doing the wanted posters. Similar to One Piece, but just basically wanted posters, dead or alive type of thing. And I got plenty of time still. I was doing a dead or alive They're alive. You're coming with me. But yeah, so I was gonna be doing those wanted posters, and I even designed them and stuff like that. And um, all of a sudden, I saw that I didn't even have to design the wanted posters. And to promote, and they did it kind of backwards. But to promote One Piece after One Piece was already released, um, they did the you can have your own wanted poster, and I know that was a big thing for Luffy in the show, in the manga, and even in the live action. So I didn't realize it before One Piece came out. Um, the Yeah, so you could actually just have it, and what I noticed with that trend is that nobody did it. And I was in talks with people. I was telling people, like, this is what I'm planning on doing. I was talking about, like, creating a captain and a crew. And, we were talking about all of the captains and crews of each. I was having talks with each individual community. Um, and I was going to sneak me into it as Smee, um, somewhere almost, you know, non-distinct into each of the communities. And I was going to, like I said, I could do up to 20 people. Um, and if you counted me, it would be 21 people. Um, and each of these communities, I got nothing back. Not even a, yeah, let's do this type of thing. Um, the loss of a few more streamers and a few major streamers, and I by the time I was spinning Potteroos for Christmas, and that's November and December, um, I really, I really became disheartened. Um, Beginning of this year, I really did a push to do documakras. I have two major documakras that I really want to get done. They are not commissioned. I don't do commissions, so I don't have a timeline or time when to get these done. And um, I felt constrained while doing it. I felt um, I felt that I because I have my own quote unquote style of doing things digitally, that I had to continue on with doing that, but I wanted to like update it a bit. One Potteroo in particular, I increased the size and did a large, and actually went in and did a lot of detail work. And I don't like that Potteroo, and I've been very kind of disenchanted with the whole thing. Um, Around my birthday, which not to be like an asshole about it, but almost nobody said happy birthday to me. Um, and I made a big kind of a to do about it. So a lot of people on Twitter said happy birthday. Um, and I am just kind of like, um, I think that that's where I started really feeling like I'm being left behind. And being left behind in the sense that not that people are streaming anymore, the people are off doing other things other than streaming. And, you know, me as a follower and a contributor to them as streamers is, you know, kind of like net nothing. I have never, you know, I've never said nice things about Twitch. I've read their freaking stupid ass fucking policy. I've read their terms of services. I've read all the shit that they put out for the things, and it's not. They are not protecting their streamers. They are not on their streamer side. They are there to take half the money right off the bat and give nothing. There is no support from Twitch to their streamers as affiliates. Partners might be different, and I don't suspect it is. I think that you get a little bit of a better deal, and that's about it, and not by much, because Twitch is expecting its pound of flesh, and just because it takes 100% of everything that somebody earns on Twitch doesn't mean that they don't have programs in place to take as much of as much of the money that they pay out to their partners as they can. Nowhere does it seem like that's the case. Obviously, here on YouTube, it's a different story. It's not about becoming a millionaire. It's not about this. And for me, it is the stark big difference. And they might never pay as much as Twitch paid me. But it doesn't require my viewers. YouTube doesn't require my viewers to pay and still put up ads. There are people who have subscriptions who end up watching ads anyway. It's not right. It's completely uncalled for, and I freaking hate Twitch for it. Twitch is nothing but their own self-interest. And their streamers are products to them, and their products are to generate money. And they don't. It's not that they're taking half and basically letting somebody else earn the other half. They're taking half and then they want that other half back. They don't want people to make money. And if you are a small streamer and what little money you do make, they're expecting all of it. So now you're paying taxes on money that you're now paying back to Twitch. That's the reason why. And I know this all started with me talking about CUDA, because that is really what I've been going through, and I've been trying to put it into words and figure it out. But that is the big picture of it all. For me, everybody's mileage may differ, but the main reason that I'm sticking with, I'm not monetized here on YouTube. I've been losing subscribers. So freaking like why would I even think that, after 3 years, would I even think that I was going to ever be monetized? I probably will never be monetized here on YouTube. But the one thing, especially now that I'm not monetized, the one thing that I can hold on to is the fact that you guys aren't getting hit with any ads, um, and um, they aren't. You aren't required to pay any money to YouTube to watch me. Um, and there are premium services, and there are places that I could pay into to get myself, better notice, and like there are freaking and shady services too that I can pay into that will probably get me better noticed, probably get me monetized, and probably get me making money. And um, I I refused. I refused. And if it's wrong to do it that way, that's I'm going to do it wrong. But I refused. I refused to. Yeah. I don't have the money to give, and two, it is absolutely ridiculous to me to basically have to pay for services. And I know that they have Prime subscription models and stuff like that where people can pay the streamers, and those are not as bad as Twitch, but they're pretty fucking bad. YouTube does not give um, their content creators. We are basically just a storage facility, and they give you the platform, and they're expecting a lot of money from it. And as far as the advertisers are concerned, they're probably taking a big, huge chunk of the advertising revenue in order to pay people out. So people need, you need thousands and thousands of viewing hours. You need, just to earn some money. And yeah, people who have 1 million subscribers and stuff like that, who have put out a video and it gets 1 million views, and it has 1 million watch hours. Of course, they're gonna freaking make a lot of money. There are people who will put out who put out a video. I know one. I can name I can name 50 YouTubers. I could literally just absolutely rattle off 50 names of YouTubers where one video that they made, one single video that they made, is more viewing time, more viewing hours than all my videos combined. All 1,200 videos, combined. They have one single video. Am I seeking out that piece of that pie? No, it's not. I don't foresee it happening. Now, I'm going to tell you, I did not foresee that I was going to be this fucking close to 10K on Twitter. Ever. When I started, actually before I started this journey, my Twitter account was down to 300 people. And I think 300 was the limit. I don't think I went under 300 followers on Twitter ever since I've been on Twitter for 16 years. But it was at 300 for a freaking long time, and it has only just gotten up. And here's the kicker of the pants. Out of those 300 people that stuck with me through the darkest times, maybe 100 of them are still around. Maybe 100 of them are, maybe. I don't even think it's 100. It might even be 50. Are still around. And those are the people I would actually say, because you guys stuck with me during my fucking darkest fucking hour of freaking need, of when everything in my life was going to fucking shit. And here you were, sticking it out with me. If it's 50 people, 50 people even sounds like a lot. I've had a massive follow unfollow thing going on since then. Since I've been a streamer, and I think when I started out streaming, I think I was up to 1,000, maybe even 1,500. I don't remember. I wasn't keeping track, and I should have. I probably should have. But like, even like those, even the 1,500 that let's say it was 1,500, maybe it was even 2,000. I had a pretty good following on Twitter always since I've been streaming, and it's mostly the artist community. Even when I wasn't drawing anymore, it's been mostly artists. I've been mostly graced and with people who are artists. I probably have to fucking go to work right now. I'm late. Cool beans in the comments below, and wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a fabulous time doing it. Take care. Have a good night.